Well, it looks like YouTube revenue is dying and long form videos are getting overshadowed now by shorts. There is just this landmark study done that is actually really well done, very comprehensive, that actually did some research on YouTube content at the moment. And they analyzed 799,718 videos from 71,177 different accounts, different industry niche account size. And they did a year-long study of exactly what's been going on YouTube nowadays, especially with the whole AI stuff that YouTube keeps adding. And yeah, it's not really looking too good for people who aren't shorts creators. So just some key takeaways. Views are up, but average view duration is down. Content is getting more views, but people are spending less time watching it. And that is actually resulting in ad revenue for long form videos going down because there's overall less watch time. So some more key takeaways, right? YouTube reached over 244 million people that are aged 18 plus in the United States. 61% of total views came from the shorts feed. Wow. People actually experienced more growth overall on YouTube throughout the last year or so. On average, 10.08% of YouTube accounts managed to grow their community enough to move up to a higher category, with plus 76% views on YouTube through long form videos. But despite the fact that overall viewership on long form videos is up, ad revenue for the long form videos is actually going down, and it's pretty significant. So the study was done from February 2025, with February 2026 being like the end point. And in February of 2026, the average long form video received 5,985 views, a 76% increase from 3,405 in the previous year. So pretty big increase. But the average view duration decreased from 3.98 minutes to 2.51, a 37% drop. I'm going to assume this is because of all the brain rot content going on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts that is actually decreasing the attention spans of most people in the world. Despite shorter sessions, estimated minutes watched per post still increased by 11% thanks to a higher number of views. However, engagement metrics also declined. Interactions per view dropped from 2.38% to 1.30%. The total number of interactions per post slightly decreased from 81.14 to 77.93, indicating that the rate decline is due to larger view counts rather than a decrease in user interactions. Now, in terms of revenue, ad impressions per post fell from 976.32 to 475.07, a pretty significant drop. Monetized playbacks, meaning views that had an ad run against them, dropped from 576.41 to 237.92. The people who conducted the study, Metricool's estimated ad revenue per post went from $2.65 to $1.20, and estimated YouTube premium revenue from 34 cents to 19 cents. So yeah, a pretty significant drop. Ad revenue last year went from $2.65 per video to $1.20. That's like an over 100% drop in overall ad revenue, and keep in mind this is mainly happening to long form video. They tie this to the drop in view duration, saying less time spent on each video leaves fewer chances to place a mid-roll ad. So basically, if you want to support your favorite content creator, just watch their videos all the way through. Leave a like on the videos, watch them all the way through, and it's not like you even have to donate money or anything. Just watch the video all the way through, and that is the best way to help out your favorite content creator. So obviously why this is important is a rising view count no longer tracks with rising ad delivery in this data. The two moved in opposite directions over the year, which pretty much never happened. The gap changes what a view is worth as a reporting number. A channel that focused only on views would have recorded growth across a period when ad delivery was falling. So they don't specify what actually caused a split, why this is actually happening. Its data can't distinguish between changes in YouTube's ad systems and differences in accounts, videos, and audiences shown in each window. But YouTube's help page lists several reasons why a view might not have an ad, such as videos that aren't advertiser friendly or views where no ad was available. They also explain that CPM is linked to the variety of available ad formats, which the reports does not break out. Interpreting this as a platform-wide change might be asking too much of two separate Februaries within one tool's account data. Although I would say this is a pretty comprehensive study, and I am more inclined to believe this data because, again, they didn't just do this for a few channels across a few months or whatever. Almost 800,000 total videos, more than 70,000 different channels around the world, and this study was done across an entire calendar year on YouTube. So it is definitely going to be showing a significant trend on what's going on YouTube, and it really just goes to show that YouTube is becoming shorts dominated now. I mean, according to the studies, most views on YouTube are actually coming from shorts views than they are from actual long form videos. Now, something to actually point out, when you view a YouTube short, you even just like scrolling past it counts as a view, even if you watch it for like a second or whatever. whatever, you just even like looking at it, having an impression on it, then that would count as a view for the YouTube short. So that has to be kept in mind. But still, though, it is quite concerning for long form content creators when not only are we getting views, but it's apparently not mattering as much anymore. I'm not someone who really uploads YouTube shorts a lot, but again, maybe to just stay afloat, I might have to. I also noticed that the conversation was centering a lot around RPM and CPM, which are the different rates that you get paid for. And I got to be honest, I've noticed that my RPM is dropping quite significantly as well. So for example, if you guys don't know what that means, it's your revenue per 1,000 views. So mine currently for the month of July is $2.19. So basically for about 1,000 views, I'm getting $2.19 across the month of July. I've gotten about 1 million video views. Let me know in the comments if you guys would like me to show my overall revenue, if it gives you guys a better idea on how much you can like earn as a YouTuber or whatever. Obviously, don't put your eggs in one basket, especially now that long form content is apparently not getting as much ad revenue as it used to. But let me know if you guys want to see that in the comments. It's important to note the difference between RPM and CPM. So CPM is cost per milli, which measures the average amount of money advertisers are willing to pay to show ads in a creator's videos. CPM is said to be a less efficient way of measuring revenue for a number of reasons. YouTube says RPM is a better metric for creators because it shows how much they earn and takes into account total revenue reported in YouTube analytics, including ads, YouTube Premium, channel memberships, super chats, and super stickers, total number of views from your videos, including the ones that are not monetizing, and the actual revenue earned after revenue share. Creators should expect the RPM metric to be lower than CPM because it's calculating using revenue earned after YouTube takes its cut. Another thing that's important to mention is your RPM and CPM in general is actually different based on the type of content that you post. For those of you guys that don't know, if you are actually a content creator that is posting like automotive videos or tech videos, your RPM, your earning potential overall is actually a lot higher than someone like myself. Making commentary videos might get you a little bit more views than your tech videos or your automotive videos, but you're actually going to be making overall less money because, for example, my last video has gotten about 60,000 views in a day so far. I'm going to see at most like maybe $150, $180 for that, and that would be on the higher end. Whereas an automotive video, creator, they might have a way higher RPM than me, so they might get like $7 per 1,000 views. You guys can do the math. It would be a lot more money than I would get. Same thing with tech YouTubers. So even the genre of videos that you upload, the types of videos that you upload actually matters quite a lot in terms of how much you're actually going to be getting paid on YouTube. But once again, regardless of whatever type of content you upload, it is extremely concerning that long form content is now getting much less ad revenue than just a year ago. Remember, this is not a trend that has happened over the last 5 years or something like that. Just 1 year from 2025 to 2026 February, because of the dominance of AI slop on the platform and AI everything and shorts just dominating the YouTube algorithm and the website in general. Long form content creators are getting more views overall, but it's not actually translating to more revenue. And obviously not everybody does YouTube for the revenue or whatever, so not everybody cares about the money, but people who are trying to do YouTube full time, that is something pretty significant. But good news though, apparently a lot of smaller content creators are growing now more than ever before. Accounts with 2,000 to 10,000 subscribers have the highest likelihood of growth. They're already somewhat established and visible to the algorithm, but still small enough to have room for growth. Smaller content creators are actually getting pushed out now more than ever before, and I know that sounds hard to believe, but remember that YouTube is in a freaking Pacific Ocean. In fact, if you combine all the oceans in the world, that's YouTube, and every time you make a video, you are essentially spitting into the Pacific Ocean. YouTube is a very saturated market. There's so many, millions, possibly billions of people uploading videos every single day, so we got to keep that in mind in terms of how your video might not be getting as many views as you would want it to. Take it from me, I uploaded videos across different channels. I started in 2012 on one of my older channels, and now it's 2026. So I've been uploading videos for about 15 years, and I only ended up really seeing significant growth on YouTube in 2024. So it took me 12 to 13 years to actually get anywhere on YouTube. So don't get disheartened if your videos aren't getting views. You just have to do one thing, and that is don't give up. Just keep trying. But anyways, yeah, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the situation in the comments. YouTube long form videos are getting less revenue, and overall, I gotta be honest, that is a really bad thing. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more. See ya.